Hi. I just thought I'd do a quick rundown of what I'm actually working on. Sorry, I just need to check the microphone there. Not to spoil anything, and yeah, so I still, my art style, I realize it's still, for this particular game, we still need to refine the art style, because there's a bit of a difference between our different art styles, all the contributors to the project. But what I like to do, I just realized I need to fix these fringes here. So what I like to do is I like to take photos of things. I call it practical art. So I took a photo of this this somewhat marginally used backside of a poster, and I scaled it down, and yeah, basically I changed a few things. Actually, I need to move these, I think. This looks weird, I would say, having them directly on that. But then it would... Okay, but it would also look weird if it wasn't on there. I think it looks okay. So basically, this is a puzzle I'm working on right now. Is my volume... Okay. I'm just gonna turn down the volume ever so slightly on the desktop. So basically what I'm working on here in my editor is a little puzzle. People will have to flip a poster, kind of spoiler alert, they'll have to flip a poster and they have to guess words. And there's of course also things gonna happen if you get some words wrong. Anyhow, so I still need to fix that one, the transparency needs to be preset. But anyhow, so I've got all these letters lined up here. And then we've got the K. Yeah, right, the K. I don't need to be too precise, thankfully, because actually, so the editor itself is, I don't know if I changed that long term, but the editor itself is basically aligning after the fact, so it's snapping it in place inside the code. It's not going to look exactly like here, it's going to be snapped in place. Because the thing with the Scum engine is you need to overlay things in an 8x8 pixel grid. I could potentially also just add a grid and just make everything move by 8 pixels, but this feels more natural to me for now. But anyhow, so I'm gonna finish this little grid here, and then from a coder perspective, what I'm basically gonna do is we can actually add a variable here. Int. I should actually have a that's unfortunate. I should add byte. I should add bytes. I only have bit, nibble, and int actually in here. Well, we'll set it to int for now. I can set it to byte and code. Yeah, I think actually for most of these things, oh no, int is okay for now. So what we're gonna do here is we set word 1. Excuse me, I've got a sore throat. So every time you get a word correct, basically every word will have a sum aligned to it. So say that the first word is, it is not, but say the first word is dog, then word 1 would go up by 1 if you clicked on D, then it went up to 2 if you clicked on O, and then it went up to 3 if you clicked G, and then it flips some other switch within the game itself. And then basically that's it. It's all state-based in the Scum engine. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, what we're gonna do here is basically create a puzzle. I don't want to give too much away, and I don't want to make it too long and tedious either. So, but let's see, where can I place things? I don't want to be too sneaky. What I'm gonna do here is, let's see. I do want to blur. Let's go with B here. I've got all my letters set up. Some of them aren't drawn that great. They work. I kind of wanted to make it look a bit like hand-drawn, sort of, so I didn't make it perfect. As you can tell with the A, I didn't make it perfect A. Yeah, I wanted it a bit shoddy for an old poster. See, that's what happens if you don't set it before. That's kind of annoying. It's a thing that I need to fix still. Let's place it here. And then also, there's another state, so if you click on D... Oh, the other state isn't set correctly. Because I'm outside of the working directory. I'm not actually working in a proper Gland project yet. I'm kind of copying the code because I started before Gland existed, and I haven't yet implemented like the addition to actually like import it properly. But that's like a small thing. But so if you click on that, I would switch the state. So this is the initial state, and if a player clicks on it, it would change it to this state. Initially, I thought about making the changing just like the border around it, but then I realized there's colorblind people, so it's better to just make an X. Since we already have these circular oval things, it wouldn't really make sense to like color them in, because there's colorblind people, especially red colorblind people and green colorblind people. So red and green are, I think, the most common ones. So it makes sense to not do that. For now, I'm perfectly fine with that, actually. Right. I don't want to spoil it, but okay. So basically, this is a puzzle. People who want to play the demo and be surprised later should probably not watch that video, or should just like phase out and not listen to what I'm saying. But basically, I don't really know what I could say in terms of skip to this and that area, because the whole video will be about this. But basically, there's like a puzzle in the game, and you need to guess the girls' fetishes, and you can basically do the same thing, kind of like in Monkey Island 2, where you just like click a fetish and it just goes straight to the next one, kind of like in Monkey Island, the color puzzle that made no sense at the end of the game, Monkey Island 2. But the real solution is to actually find the backside of a poster and circle in or X out the words through elimination. And then again, I need to fix that still. It's kind of annoying. It's mostly for preview purposes, but also inside the code. If we skip to the code, it's usually set here as well. Transparency. So this is kind of what it looks like, the code that is being generated. It's not particularly spectacular. Right now it's just objects, and later on I need to add the actual the verb code for it. So I would use the use verb, I guess. We can actually do that as well from here. I don't need to should align it properly. I didn't check yet. One more letter, and I'm gonna show off something else here to not make it too boring. But yeah, this is basically, I revamped the entire demo, that's why the demo is not yet online, and I kind of regret it. I've been kind of on a marketing tour for the game and for my company, so I didn't do much in terms of actual coding. And right now I'm the only person doing the coding because the people doing the artwork, most of the artwork, they haven't been schooled yet on my tool. I kind of need something like Scum University at some point. Anyhow, so gonna add some code, I guess. What can we do when we click on use? Oh, obviously, first thing, set object state. And then this is object, we're on the object. So this is object. We could probably target the object itself since we're in the handler. But I think the safest route is to just go with the name of the object, which is object 0 actually. Yep. Object 0. And then we set the state to 2. So that's what we gotta do here. And then when we save that, parse, go out of here. Yep, as you can tell, it created the verb handler automatically. It put in the set object state. And here's what I mean, because we technically could have just used object A, which is probably the better solution actually. We're gonna change it to object A. The use handler can have a use with, so that's why you have an object B. But since we're only using use directly without any with verb, without any what's the term? Since we're not using it with any secondary handler, it's okay to just go with object A, since that's the one. People are still not entirely happy with my name for the engine, or for the IDE. They think it's a bit primitive to call it Gland, but it is in tradition of LucasArts. And in this case, I'm actually talking about a skunk's glands, like the actual the glands that produce all the stink. my engine's mascot is a skunk, so it just makes sense to me. But yeah, so this is what it's happening. It would go to the state here. Yeah, not very exciting right now what I'm doing. That's basically, I'm gonna fill the entire area here. At least till here, I guess. I don't have a measuring stick right now, but I mean, at some point I need to stop with objects. There's only so many objects you can have in a room, so. Yeah, not very exciting work right now. I actually tried inviting one of my team members, but he's at work right now. He works the night shift as a guard, so he's not available right now. Okay, it's way more than 50, okay. The limit is 200, so we have plenty enough letters to fill the screen. Cool. The demo is going to be a lot shorter than my initial plan for the demo, so it kind of makes sense to make it a bit more challenging and add a few more objects here, so people really have to browse around and try things. But there's something cool coming along with the demo as well. People in the past might have seen it. My little Tetris clone. That was also written in stone. And I'm actually bringing back something similar, just without the licensing issues. Obviously, I don't want to get sued by the Tetris company. But that will be part of the demo, and it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot more. They're optional, but they're fun, and there will be little Easter eggs in these games. So, am I missing letters? Or am I blind? Oh no, there's still letters. I'm not gonna reveal which letters are the right ones. Can I fit? Oh, perfect. I think I can fit this one in here. Again, it's a bit of an adult game, so really need to fix that. Okay. Yep, it fits. Maybe I should do more of these little... It's gonna be interesting how that actually looks in-game. I might have to manually change some things. I really... It feels weird to me. Maybe I need to make it optional to have like a mode where it just snaps into place. But to me it feels weird to work with the... I don't really need to be as precise again, but yeah, to me it feels weird to work with with just a snap in place. There we go. Dildo. What else can I use? This is gonna be... It's a little fun puzzle, to be honest. It's funny to me as well. And of course I can do them backwards as well. Yeah. This is really the bread and butter. And I still need to animate the actor. But I'm really content that I will finish this demo before the weekend finally. And hopefully we can make up for a lost time. Just today I drove 6 hours to a museum. The museum was actually closed. It was a video game museum, but I left some flyers in front of the door. It's inside, so on the second floor, so hopefully they'll just find it on Friday when they actually go in there. And then I put some in the supermarket area, and I'm just... My friend in America is also putting out some flyers. He got like 100. He got them from FedEx. Unfortunately, he got kind of screwed over. They charged him $100 for 100 flyers. I paid $80 for 500, and I'm in a very expensive country, so it's ridiculous. And they didn't even cut them, so... What can I use? What words can I use here? It's funny, I need to come up with obscene words, but I can't. might have to open a dictionary actually and look up what obscene words I can use, I guess. Let's actually put, I don't know. Let's just, I don't know. Let's put lace here. I might be the only person in the world who likes it, but I really like that my microphone kind of picks up my keyboard. I use an 8BitDo retro keyboard, the Famicom edition, and I just love the sound of it. I actually wanted to replace the keys with even louder ones, but the default ones, the vanilla ones, are so good. Like, highly recommended to any hacker or programmer in general. I also found some project earlier that was mostly done with Claude AI, I believe. But to be honest, like, this is something that you can't even really criticize, because Claude AI for like something this complex probably reduces like years of debugging and reverse engineering. But there's this guy who basically created a Dragon's Lair engine for Super Nintendo, and he uses the same technology to now run Monkey Island 1 on, let me actually see if I can, do I have it open somewhere? Monkey Island SNES. Cloned it already. Yeah, again, he's using Claude. I would never... I sometimes use Claude for some of my code, for some minor reverse engineering jobs, or some, or also usually stuff like adding a new GUI feature, because I don't like writing GUI code. I am GUI, what's the fucking... Dear I am GUI. Where IM stands for immediate mode. It's nice to write, but at the same time it bothers me to waste so much time on it when I could spend that time more productively. So for that I kind of use AI as well, just for like the basic structure, and then I just change some things the way I need them. We actually got a new feature that I don't think I've shown off yet. Okay, this is not a Git repository. I thought I had initialized it. Oh, okay, I did not actually. So, we can actually initialize a Git repository now, and then it's a lot of files, obviously. Again, this is just a template project. I did a temporary template project, and I'm just moving some of my game files, some of my assets, some of my scripts in there, and then I copy them out of it again. There's like these files being generated that I can just copy into my actual game project. But yeah, what you can do here is, as you can see, there's like a remote option, and then we can enter like a message for a commit, and then all these things are getting committed. I don't mind actually. Let's try that. So then we click on commit, and it's automatically staging all these things down here, which is a lot because, again, this is like a thing. Cool. And now I could push to origin if I had a remote set up for it, but I don't. But now you can see the hash here, you can see the date I pushed it, you can see my user. And when I click on it, you can see the message here. It's not editable. It's literally the log message, and then you can see all the changes, all the additions, all the deletions. Well, in this case, there's only additions, obviously. But yeah, this is like deeply integrated into I use libgit too, so this is deeply integrated into my Gland ID now. And yeah, for the basic setup, for the basic GUI you see here, I just used Claude AI because I didn't want to waste time when I could just tell it what it could look like and then actually focus on the actual implementation code for making it work. So no shame in using it for that, I think. So yeah, that project uses Claude AI here, but it looks really good, and I really kind of hope. Zoom in here. This is on Super Nintendo. This is great. Like I don't see an inventory here. That obviously needs an inventory. The mouse cursor is not the real mouse cursor from the actual game. I don't know why they painted a different mouse cursor because, well, okay, maybe this is because it's incomplete. But I really love that. The fact that this works on Super Nintendo is amazing. And I'm really kind of hoping that at some point we will have the FPGA implementation, because this needs a, as you can see here, this needs the SBC 700, that's the native chip music. That's like, yeah, that's the chip from the actual Super Nintendo. Terrific audio driver I've actually never heard about. It's actually interesting. I've never heard about this one, I think. Oh, MML, that's really good, actually. Okay, it has some limitations, but this is really good, actually. Why does it use Rust? Is this like for the tooling, or is it actually... Okay. Fuzzing. Okay. I don't really know what that is for. I believe it's mainly for the fuzzing and for the basic tool setup. But this is friggin' amazing. Sound effects text. Oh wow, this is... Okay, it has its own little language, I guess. Yeah, that... Oh, or is it yeah, I think... Is that MML? I've never worked with MML, but it could be MML. This I need to fork, actually. Yeah, this is my temporary, because I lost my phone, and that had the access to my real account, so I'm using that one while still committing with my actual account, because that one is saved to my computer. So it's a bit annoying. I will find my phone eventually. But this is really cool looking. So they have scaling via they have like an SA1. It says somewhere down here, I believe. Yeah. So they use hardware scaling with the SA1, which is one of the better or best chips available. It was used in like Mega Man X, I believe, and it's an amazing chip. It's a powerhouse for 2D gaming. But this is really interesting. This is something I could see myself help bring to life. Right now it's limited to one character apparently. The backgrounds are implemented, they look amazing actually. Like if this is the actual artwork in the game, then I believe this is pretty much on par with like a VGA version. Which, okay, is not surprising because the Super Nintendo can push a lot of colors. Way more than the Sega Genesis. But it looks exciting. And if I could bring this to life, if I could help bring this to life, then we could potentially port Tomáš, King of Rejection, to Super Nintendo as well at some point. No promises yet, but this looks really exciting. The one thing that really bothers me, it might not bother a lot of people, but I would really love like a low budget option for actually creating like a single game cartridge with this. Right now the only options for having an SA1 and MSU1 is to buy like a SD to SNES or a what's the thing called, FX Pack Pro, and those cost like the Chinese version costs like about 80 bucks, and the official Crix version costs over $100. So I would really love something that you can actually put a single game on and sell for retail prices, because that's what really would excite me. But this is very exciting, the way the things I read here. The thing is, I don't know I don't know enough about the Super Nintendo architecture and the code processor, so I can't tell how much of it is actually researched and how much of it is Claude AI hallucination. I can't really tell if this one is real. I'm not a Super Nintendo developer. I don't know if that's really true. Okay, I mean, a DMA is faster, so that should probably be true. But I don't know. DMA channel set. I haven't really programmed a lot except for this one small title screen demo on the Super Nintendo. I've never done assembly for it, so I can't really tell how much of it's true. Anyhow, I'm going to feature that project actually on my Kickstarter as well. I'm going to leave that developer a little link to my Kickstarter. Hope that's okay for him. Not going to spam him, you know. But yeah, so back to this little thing here. I might really get a dictionary of sex words. I'm almost too vanilla for this stuff. I don't know. I'll just put random words in here for now as a filler. I really need to fix that. It's a small change, probably. See, now the files are being updated as well, actually. The committed successfully is something I probably should remove, because obviously that would confuse people. That's from the previous one. But now I could commit that and it says modified files. This says engine actually, because that's a standard I kept from the original. So my Gland IDE was originally based on somebody else's project. I think I mentioned that in another video already. I forgot the name of the guy. Engine. Stefan Milka or something. I'm so sorry. Sebastian Milka, like some very talented dude. He wrote an entire IDE for developing N64 games with Lip Dragon. So what I did is I stripped out all the Lip Dragon stuff. I disabled a lot of the Docker stuff because I don't need that for now. It's dead code, but I'll re-implement that for my own development tools later when I add stuff like porting layers. And but I took like basically the IDE has like this stuff is here, and this looked different, of course. That's all stuff I added myself. This is something that was close to my heart, being able to actually switch to the correct. It's kind of hard to tell still. You need to. Yeah, I actually feel like I'm almost colorblind. I might have to change the colors for that a bit. It's going to this very subtle light blue. It's hard to tell even on my monitor. So I might have to make that red or something. Yeah. Or I might have to change like the line to like half lines or whatever, dashes. But yeah, that's something I added. The color cycling, obviously, I added myself as well. The background palette stuff wouldn't be much of use here, but let's just for the heck of it to show it off. I might have made a mistake here though, because this is not normal. I don't know why this is pushed so far to the side. Oh yeah, because we didn't have the scroll bar here before. Yeah, that's something I need to change, I guess. I don't know. Just do. Obviously not very valuable in this case. I don't know. Index. Are these dead colors? Or are these colors in? Oh. Okay, I might have the ability to reduce the colors some more. Because these colors don't appear to be used yet. Yeah, again, I photographed this. Where's a bug? Okay, that might be a bug in my IDE. Because I can't even get rid of this. I might have changed some rendering code that was not supposed to be like this. Okay, we can try making it like the full breath. Okay, it does work. It looks funky, actually. I kind of like how it looks. Okay, now it's, yeah, we don't need the white so much. But, this could, like, look really good in another case. Like, just, if you want to emulate, like, the sun and the moon shining over it. Okay. So that, I don't know why this one doesn't. That's weird. There's a bug in there somewhere. I believe it's because the colors aren't actually indexed. Yeah, that's a thing I need to fix in the IDE. But I'm still gonna, right after I'm done with the campaign, I'm probably gonna create a beta version of this for Mac and Windows and Linux. I'm actually working right now on a feature, on an AGS import feature. I just need to probably go with a really old version of AGS for now, because obviously modern AGS has grown way beyond what Scum is capable of. I don't know, I'm just gonna add random letters for now. We just need to get done here and finish this at some point. Doing actually. Okay. I really need to get a new SSD. I'm constantly deleting videos and stuff. I have like a lot of I initially planned installing Raven OS on here, which I still haven't done. It's a clone of Mac OS. So since I haven't done that yet, I have like probably 100 gigabytes totally unused, just sitting around that I could really need. But I just need to delete a lot of videos. I actually deleted videos I hadn't yet uploaded to YouTube, like some gameplay videos for like Midnight, what's the title? Midnight Carnival or something. It's about finding a cat. I didn't upload all the videos of that one, unfortunately. I don't friggin'... Honestly, might be childish, but perfect fallback. When you don't know what to say, just put in balls. Yeah, this is a bit tricky. Also, since I'm not naming the things, it will be harder to find them later. This is obviously not how you would normally do it, but like for this particular puzzle, you would go crazy if you named every single letter. And since I now have an editor in here, I can do this in here. I don't need to go to I don't need to go here and do this manually. So let's actually generate the code. I do need to save to generate the code. It's not doing it automatically. For some things it is, but I don't want to totally hit everybody's I/O constantly. I don't want to constantly bash the person's SSD or HD or hard drive, so I kind of make people just save for the changes to take place. I think that's reasonable. And as I've said earlier in a Kickstarter update already, I've got some offers now for porting older games to PlayStation. So that's gonna be a bit of an income source as well, because I really hope to make enough money to just live comfortably and work on games. This will look better in game because we can actually check, does it do it correctly? Yeah, see, if you look here, it's just automatically doing 80. These are in one line, so it's just automatically putting 40, all the 40s. So it just automatically snaps the things into place. Don't need to be too precise. You could also do it, like you could do free roaming, quote unquote. The problem is it will look absolutely horrific. So what happens when you do if you don't align things in a way that they are divisible by 8, your background is gonna bleed and it's gonna leave these really weird strips. It's gonna look really weird, so that's why I need to align by both X and Y need to be divisible by 8. So it's good to have real tooling now. And imagine that, like in the past, all the little adventure games I used to write, I did this manually. I would go into Azaprite and I would like look at the room and I would like focus and I would like close in on the coordinates. And I would try to like pinpoint the coordinates and mark the area, and then I would put that into the editor in here manually. So it's really nice to do that in a organized way. I wish I'd done it earlier, actually. I don't know why I didn't. Probably really would have made things a lot easier. What can I, whatever words can I use? I don't know. Almost sounds like a word is obviously not a word. Yeah, again. Mamook. I might have to actually look up some sex terms tonight. Oh, there's... Oh, no, actually. See, some of the things aren't really modals in this engine. Yeah, and this is basically what I would do all night, potentially. I don't want to bore people anymore. So, that's this for that room, and yeah, there's a lot of cool Scum related stuff on my YouTube channel. I recommend checking out Scumtress. That's something I'm porting to an N64 and Dreamcast soon as part of the demo, just with a slightly altered gameplay mechanic. So yeah, that's it from me tonight. It's almost 3 in the morning. I'm still gonna work on this. I need to finish this soon so people can see. But yeah, see you soon.